Well, it's starting to drizzle out here. Everything still looks good. I have to plant up these flowers, a couple cannas, and dahlia border mix, but probably won't do that today. My little elephant ears are trying so hard to come back. These are the mojitos, and they were nice last year. So they overwintered. This is the second year. And then these are doing pretty good. This is Illusionist, and they get really beautiful black and chartreuse leaves. That one's doing a little better. There's the fiddle leaf fig I got at Walmart for $15. That's liking it out here. These are doing well. My fuchsias are looking beautiful. These have a lot of buds. And the rescue one over here, that cost me $5. It is just absolutely loaded with buds. So it's saying thank you to me for saving me. I still have to plant this pink dogwood and this little mulberry. So that still needs to be planted. These are all my hummingbird wind chimes. I hung them all together on something I had left over from something else. So that works out pretty well. So it's a nice cooler day today after 90 yesterday. We're getting a cooler spell now. But I had to run over to, oh, this looks so much better. I had to run over to Aldi's today because they were advertising. I wanted to get another hydrangea for this part of the garden. So when I got there, I did get another hydrangea, but I have never seen these before. So I got two of these, and these were all $14.99. These are hydrangeas as well, but the leaves are almost black. Bandit, get out of my flowers. Get out of there, buddy. Out, out, out. No, no, don't you eat that flower. Come on, get down, 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 down. Hey, mister, down. Anyway, yeah, he pulled a few of these out yesterday. So anyway, back to the hydrangeas. I've never seen these before. They're absolutely gorgeous. So the hydrangeas aren't all the way opened, but I also picked up this pink one because I want to put this in a pot and set it right there. So anyway, let's see if this has a tag. I'm not seeing a tag. Oh, here's one, I think. Yes. Oh, it just says 8-inch hydrangea. Okay, well, that's all the tag says. But anyway, yeah, I think these are absolutely gorgeous. They'd look nice in either a black or a white pot, I think. So all the perennials I planted are doing very well. And like I said, this is the first time this rose has bloomed in many, many years. And I think it's reverted back to being a wild rose, because I don't ever remember planting this. I had mostly tea roses here, and I thought this was like an orange colored rose, but it's pretty, so I'll leave it. And yep, This poor hydrangea, I was a bad plant mom. It was in the front and I forgot to water it. So I put it in a self-watering pot and it has perked up some. So anyway, today I was going to start working on this area, but I really could use a break. So it's probably a good thing it's starting to drizzle. That's probably a good thing. So I think I'm just going to take it easy today. But all these rubber stones need to come up. I need to mulch and put it all back together. So I can take my time doing that. And this is really pretty. It's clematis and also rhododendron. That rhododendron has been dying for years, and I don't have the heart to pull it out until it's absolutely dead. So, anyway, it's starting to rain. Oh, I did also buy this at Aldi's. I thought it was really, no, this I got at Dollar Tree for $5. And I thought it was really pretty. It's a spinner. So I'm going to put that together and stick it in the garden. So, all right. Time to go in. Oh, my parsley. I planted these. These were from Mark's, and I planted these about, 2.5 weeks ago. And that's celery, basil, and a couple different kinds of parsley. Doing very well. My spinach is doing great. That was also from Mark's. So, yeah, the garden's coming along. This will be all full of greens in a few weeks. All right, well, I'm going in. Maybe I'll make myself a cup of coffee. And I think I'm just going to relax for today. Well, hello. I'm having my coffee now. Cheers. And as you can see, it's pretty dark and gloomy out there today. But rather than working out in the garden this morning, I opted to go to Aldi's and pick up those hydrangeas. What I'd like in the backyard are roses and hydrangeas and some perennials. So when I had a secret garden back there, that was before all the trees had to come down. I had a Bradford pear, which you're no longer allowed to plant in Ohio, but twice a third of the tree came down. So 2/3 of the tree came down, and there was 1/3 left, and it looked ridiculous. And I was worried that the rest of it was going to be coming down. So I just had it taken down, and I had some red buds, which I love, and they were just too close to the house, so I had those taken down too. So ever since then, it's not as much of a little secret garden. But the good part is there's a spot in the middle of it where I have my garden where I get a lot of sun now. But I still miss the nice shady secret garden that I had back there. And that was prior to having 3 dogs. So I did have a dog back then, but she was small and really never did any digging or any of that. She didn't get in the pots. So, yeah, but anyway. So my garden has changed a lot over the last 20 years. It's not like I planted something and it's been the same for over 20 years. So every few years the garden just gets a total makeover, but I'm hoping that I won't have to do this again and that I can have the things that I've planted in there now survive and do okay. So that's my goal, you know, and sometimes people will say, oh, you make so much work for yourself, you know, why don't you just stop and you can go enjoy your deck and read a book? Well, I can only do so much of that, and then I get bored with it. So I enjoy working in the garden. If you're a true gardener, you garden. You know, it's like boaters boat, motorcyclists motorcycle. You know, so if you have a passion for something, you really don't want to give it up. You know, it's what you like to do. And even if it's work, that's okay. At least you're doing work that you like to do. My biggest problem is I have so many problems with the fibro and the arthritis and all that that it really limits my physical ability to do things, which is pretty frustrating actually. So, but that doesn't mean that I don't want to or don't like to garden. So, and in my garden I like to have different sitting areas. Just you can get a different perspective, you know, rather than just sitting on the deck, which I love. I love to sit on the deck. But sometimes I like to actually physically go into the garden and sit there. So that's what I'm trying to create, that and an English style garden, which is usually has an abundance of plants and flowers and trees and you know, different seating areas. So that's what I like to do. That's the kind of garden that I like. It's nice too. Now my neighbor, she's just the opposite. Her garden's very nice. She's worked really hard on it the last couple years. But, you know, she likes a very manicured kind of look in the garden. I like a more natural look in my garden. So, and I always like something blooming. You know, I don't particularly like perfectly manicured shrubs and things, but that's just me. You know, it's everybody's style. It's like in clothing. Some people like a very fashionista kind of high-end look, and other people like to be very casual. So we all have our own taste. It's not one size fits all. And I've always wanted to have a really nice vegetable garden too. Now I don't want to start canning and freezing a lot of food. That's not my goal. It's my goal to have a lot of greens, a lot of tomatoes, peppers, cucumbers, you know, things you can use for a salad or for quick meals like zucchini that fries up real quick. I'm looking for something simple. I'm not looking for anything real complicated. I'm not going to grow squashes and watermelons and all that. You know, because I live very close to several stores. So if I really need something or have a taste for something, I hop in my car, I'm there in 5 minutes. And the things that I like to eat are not super expensive either. So that's a little bit about me and my garden and why I'm doing what I'm doing. So hopefully laying down some cardboard and some landscape material and then putting the mulch on top is going to keep those weeds down. For a long time, I didn't have a whole lot of weeds back there, but a lot of the hardscape, I guess I would call it, has been there for many years, and you know, weeds pop up now in between the cracks. I would have to go and pull everything up and put more cardboard and weed cloth down and then put everything back, and that's just a project that I'm not willing to do right now. So, and then if down the road, if I have to and I can't do anything out there anymore, and the only place that I can enjoy in the garden is the deck, I'll pay somebody to come and just pull it all up and plant grass there. Not a big deal. Yeah, I hadn't planned on really going to Aldi's and Dollar Tree. I went to Dollar Tree and got a couple more of those self-watering planters. Those are nice, especially for things like hydrangeas and flowers that like a lot of moisture. They're really nice for that. So that's what I did. It was kind of a spur of the moment thought. It's like, yeah, I really should get another hydrangea for back there, because that will bloom all summer and look really nice. And my perennials right now are so tiny and so new that they're not really giving me much of a show back there. I mean, it looks nice, but it's not very showy yet. Maybe within next year or the year after, it'll fill out and look really nice. So, I don't know, I think I'm just going to have a salad for dinner. When I was at Aldi's, I just had a taste for the bag salad, you know, that has the, what is it, the iceberg in there and the shredded carrots, and, you know, I just had a taste for that. So I got a bag of that, and I wanted some Italian dressing. And I haven't been to Mark's to get another bottle of the champagne dressing. That's my favorite. And I was surprised that I was out, because I always keep 1 or 2 bottles of those in the stash just in case. So I'll have to pick some up the next time I go to Mark's, but it's all good. So I went to Costco with my daughter yesterday, and I picked up a couple more trellises. And I got some trellises at Aldi's too. They were $8.99. The trellises, I got 2 trellises at Costco for $19.99, and they are big. But the reason I'm getting so many trellises is as a support for my reed fencing in the backyard. And then I zip tie the reed fencing to the trellises, and it looks pretty nice, you know. I either put them on the inside or the outside of the reed fencing. And it's a cheap way to get a privacy fence without going and spending tons of money, you know, and having one installed. I don't even think we would be allowed to do that here. I mean, you can get like a little privacy fence around if you have a patio back there. Some houses here have patios, some have decks. The ones without a basement have a patio, a cement patio, and the other ones with a deck have basements. So, and I have a basement, so I have a deck. But the ones with the patio, they can get a white 6-foot fence, not around the whole patio, but as a privacy thing. So some people have done that, and I think if I had a patio, I would do that for sure. So anyway, that's my day today. I'm just basically going to relax and rest my weary bones, and hopefully within the next, I think yesterday or tomorrow, it's going to be a little chillier, and then the next day is supposed to be nice. So it's going to be in the high 60s, lower 70s the next few days. So I hopefully will be making a little bit more progress in the garden. I could go out and work in the garage today, but I'm just not feeling it. So anyway, yeah, that's all I have for you today, my friends. I want to wish you abundant blessings. I love you guys. Be good to yourself. Be good to others. God bless you, and I'll see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, comment, and like. It helps my channel grow. Don't forget to share, and thanks for watching.